All right, welcome back to the Comics Panel. On this little quick episode, we're going to ask our guest Mark Scholl the question. Okay, here we go.
Can I ask him the question?
Go for it.
All right. So,
what's the question?
Mark.
Yes.
Hypothetical,
because we know we can never get this.
Okay.
If you were able to secure a copy of Superman's first appearance, action number 1, would you keep it or sell it?
Sell it in a heartbeat.
You got to ride home. Oh, yes. And why should we keep it?
Might keep it for a week, maybe a week.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe a week.
So why would you want to sell it? Why didn't you want to keep it?
Because that's a lot of money.
Okay, yes.
That I could really use to make my life better.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And take me places
But,
with you?
that being said, I wouldn't sell it to just anybody because I feel like it's your responsibility to hold on to that piece of American history and keep it preserved. So, maybe to a museum or something.
But a museum won't pay you the
Well,
money.
not a museum. It's not what I meant. But something that someone or something that I know will take care of it.
But if somebody's going to spend $1 million+, they will take care of it.
Well,
if you gave somebody the Mona Lisa, they're not just going to say, I'll throw it in the corner and someday I'll put it up on the wall or something. The Mona Lisa?
Yep.
You think?
They might.
Throw it in the corner?
The point is, it's theirs. They can do what they want.
Sure, they can, they can use it for...
And if you're concerned that, then don't sell it.
But he still would sell it. So don't try to talk him off the ledge.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying...
He just has a heart.
What
he
I'm
wants
saying
to
is...
Even though he's a Batman fan.
If you're willing to sell it, then you're willing to let go of it.
Sure.
Right.
And it doesn't matter if that guy...
Does whatever.
Whoever does whatever.
Just like when you're selling a house, you don't care who's moving in as long as they pay you the money. These people are weird. So what? Too bad. I'm selling the house. It's my job. I have a right to sell it.
The opposing point is I wouldn't sell it.
He'd never sell it.
Right.
I wouldn't.
He doesn't sell anything.
I mean, to me, you have this book and it's just sitting there. After so long, you only can appreciate it so much for so long, and then it's kind of like, well, there it is. It's there. But if you have gobs of money, not saying money is everything and money buys happiness.
It does. I've never seen a guy crying on a yacht.
It can make things better. So,
I had an interview.
It's because they're overdosing.
Yeah, well, they're overdosing. But I've never seen a guy on a wave runner.
Because they can't handle all this crap.
When did you ever see a sad guy on a wave runner? He's like... This is fun. I love this. Yeah, money buys happiness. I'm sorry, and that's why we're sad. The reason
I'm not sad.
I'm not saying there wouldn't be a part of me.
If you ever got into, put it this way, I went into my wife won a contest, and we got the Hershey luxury suite filled with all the booze you could drink, all the food you can have. After sitting in regular seats again, I want to go back there. So money does buy you happiness, because I had a great time there. Where in the other seats, even though I'm not that large, it was still a tight fit. Those other ones, they had couches and all this fun stuff. So yeah, money does at least buy happiness.
Listen, I'm not saying there's not a part of me that would love to keep it, but there's a bigger part that would...
See, how I find it, I would say I found it, take a picture of me with the book, picture me with the check and the book, and picture me giving the book to the person that bought it, and then I'm going to go nuts. And we always get into this in the sense where I say, you have that book. You have to now buy insurance on that book. So if it gets burned, stolen, whatever, so then you need to get security. So you have to buy cameras, a safe, lock it up. You have to ultimately take care of that so it never gets deteriorated any further than where it's at. So all these things become constant expenses to you. So the insurance is going to be cheap, security for it isn't going to be cheap, and then you can't really tell anybody you have it, because then they're going to come knocking at your door maybe one night when you're sleeping or away and trying to grab it. Now, of course, he says he'd put it in a corner. Well, then what's the point of appreciating it? You can't appreciate it unless you can look at it and smell that moldiness.
That's what I'm saying. It would be there for me and me alone.
Right, but, the best part about having it is rubbing it in people's face. And then the
for
boo-boo.
you.
Oh, 100%. There's no doubt.
I know.
But I'd take it and get rid of it, then I have money. Plus, you could take that money, invest it into things that could even get you bigger returns.
Well, that leads me to another thing that I thought of. That book, at one time, when little kids would open that up, and the awe and wonderment that it brought, was inspirational. So I would love to, my goal in life, I'd write some comics of myself. My goal in life is to capture that with one of the books that I write. Right, do that for other kids. And if I were to sell that book, that would give me money to push my company more forward and maybe be able to do that.
True. And here's the thing. If you really want to read that book, there's reprints.
Oh yeah, there's tons of them.
Oh, so it's not like you can never ever read the story. It's not the original paper and stuff, but at least if you said, boy, I gotta have that what magical was in there, well, there's reprints out there. So I would sell it and buy a whole bunch of reprints and say, okay, yeah, I used to have this book.
It'd be cool to see one though.
Well, we can go down to that place in Baltimore.
Geppies.
Yeah, we can go down there and make a trip of it. But I think now I must be winning because I've got more numbers on this side. It's all about the W's to me.
I know.
Don't keep track.
That's why I don't give a that. Oops. There's a burp.
There's an error. Yeah, delete.
That's why I don't really care. I just watch you squirm every time someone says, "I'd keep it."
I don't squirm.
You do.
It doesn't bother
freak
me.
out. Yeah.
I go, how could you?
You sit there and you list all the reasons
do you
why
think I
they're
can't
wrong.
Sleep? Do you think I can't sleep?
I think you think about it. I think the W's win is just right. I think when you knew Mark was coming here tonight, that was one of the first things on your brain.
We always do that with the new person, but that's all.
But
we need
about it.
We need filler. We need filler. Well, I mean, what else are we going to do if we don't ask the new guy questions?
Yeah.
We need filler. So if we're going to ask him, what kind of socks do you wear? I mean, we have to ask him comic questions. So we need this as filler. Unless you got another idea, go ahead. I mean, we need this, and it's a good one because we've been using it for a while. Okay, let's see. If you had an issue of the latest Spider-Man, would you keep it or sell it?
Or something that you, if you don't really read Spider-Man, how about Hulk?
The latest issue of Hulk, I probably wouldn't even buy it in the first place.
Well, so he wouldn't buy it or sell it because he can't sell what he doesn't buy. No, I just love having that little drama that we inflict here.
It's a good question. It is a really good question.
Boo-boo. So I think we nailed this one. Especially when I got a W. Hey, it's always fun to joke about it. I mean, believe me, I sleep at night because I know none of us are going to get that issue unless somehow, we go into an old house and we're tearing down the walls and there it is. Or, in today's day and age, you're never going to acquire that at a flea market yard sale because too many people, can say, well, what is this? Let me look it up online. Back in the 70s, you might have come across it. But nowadays, I mean, you know how it is now when you go to flea markets or yard sales and you see a long box,
Right.
They either have the book or they already went on the net and found the prices. So those days and age of finding those things are
becoming fewer.
Fewer, exactly. Okay.
All right.
Think we nailed it?
I think so.
All right. Well, if you get tired of the same old story, please turn some comic book pages and leave any comments in the box below.
And like us on Facebook.
And subscribe to us, please, on YouTube.
And sell all your Action Comics #1s.
Yes. I like this guy.